supporting cast, and she's also just like really annoying and has a pretty dumb obsession with Sasuke. For anybody who does hate Sakura, tell me if I hit the nail on the head here.
Swagkage, are you seriously asking Sakura haters if your slamming of Sakura was correct or accurate? I'm afraid you're probably not going to get an unbiased or informed answer.
If there's anything I missed or got wrong, and if there's anybody watching right now who does like Sakura, let me know why in the comments below.
Well, here I am, Swagkage. Not with a comment, but rather a series of videos. I hope you, along with everyone else watching, has enjoyed them so far.
I'm going to be doing my best to look at her objectively and to analyze the aspects of her character that I think people aren't really all that fond of. In other words, I'm going to be doing my best to explain why most people don't like Sakura that much, even if I don't have too many problems with her.
I'm sorry, Swagkage, but I fear your best was not good enough. I question if you even did much in terms of research before making your Sakura video.
Naruto and Sasuke at least contribute a little bit in the Land of Waves, while Sakura just sort of stands there and does nothing.
I wouldn't agree entirely. Sakura assumed the role of Tazuna's bodyguard, a job which she did not take lightly. She displayed considerable bravery, some might say stupidity, taking on this role.
Naruto and Sasuke do almost all of the work that gets the group through the Forest of Death, and though Sakura tries to stand up and protect the two of them while they're unconscious,
Sakura ultimately stood up for and protected three: Sasuke, Naruto, and Lee. Just thought I should point that out.
Gosu and Orochimaru's other genin make her look pathetic just moments before Sasuke wakes up and wipes the floor with them with no difficulty whatsoever.
Sasuke had a number of advantages over Sakura, and it wasn't just his being more powerful and skilled than her. Sasuke says it himself. Surely, you did not forget, Sasuke had help in this fight from Orochimaru, while Sakura had almost nothing. Sasuke had plenty of help here. It was on his body.
This is of course not even mentioning that she's saved by 4 other support characters in the meantime, all of whom show indisputably greater skill as a ninja than Sakura.
I assume Swagkage refers to Rock Lee and the Inoshika Cho team, both of which come to Sakura's aid. It's not too hard for Inoshika Cho to outdo Sakura here. There's 3 of them, only 1 of Sakura. As for Rock Lee, he ultimately fell to the Sound Ninja. I say this not to slam Rock Lee. I think what he did, or at least tried to do, was heroic and worthy of anyone's admiration. Certainly worthy of Sakura's admiration. I say this because it shows how capable the Sound Ninja were. Rock Lee himself had a hard time against just one of them, with a bit of help from a second one.
Shino manages to keep Kankuro held at bay so Sasuke can pursue Gaara and Temari, that sort of thing, all while Sakura accomplishes nothing.
So Shino manages to, according to you, keep Kankuro held at bay. This deed is worthy of a positive mention, but Sakura, she puts her own life on the line to hold back 3 Sound Ninja from killing Lee, Sasuke, and Naruto, and she just gets slammed. Similarly, a number of people seem quite fond of Hinata for standing up to pain despite being similarly ineffectual. This hardly seems fair to me. Does this seem fair to anyone else? I also want to emphasize that Sakura did the whole standing up to powerful enemies to protect others 383 chapters before Hinata did, and she did it better too. Her bravery actually compels 3 other ninja to overcome their own cowardice and lend a hand. I like this a lot more than just another instance of Naruto going fox mode and making big booms happen. My saying this will probably piss some people off since Hinata is very popular, so I'll leave it at that.
She's constantly talking about how much more powerful she's gotten,
which she has. Early on, she could just about wield a kunai knife and provide very little in medical aid. In Shippuden, she's cracking open armored foes and providing impressive medical assistance. Where is she wrong?
how she doesn't want to remain a liability.
Is it wrong for someone to want to not get in the way, or better yet, make themselves useful? I assume all the ninjas in this series train for the same reason: to get better.
and how she wants to be able to walk in front of Naruto and Sasuke, despite the fact that she is never at any point in the series even close to being half of the shinobi that either one of them is.
Let's be fair, Naruto and Sasuke were either born with or granted a number of advantages over Sakura early on. Naruto has his fox that can give him chakra and heal him, apparently without his even knowing. And Sasuke has his Sharingan and curse mark, courtesy of Orochimaru. I agree she never surpasses her two teammates, but let's at least give her points for getting as far as she did, after starting with next to nothing and never really being given anything. Not the way Sasuke and Naruto were gifted some of their abilities. She couldn't go fox mode or curse mark mode to save herself like her two teammates could. All she's got is the flesh on her bones and blood in her veins.
Naruto takes on Orochimaru, the same guy that killed the third Hokage, one-on-one with the power of the Nine Tails.
Yes, with the power of the Nine Tails.
Before killing Kakuzu with the Rasen Shuriken pretty much by himself, though he did admittedly have an advantage thanks to the previous help of Kakashi, Shikamaru, and the rest of Team Asuma.
Is the fox not also an advantage? What would have happened if he didn't have the fox to help him against Haku or Neji? Gonna guess he would be screwed. I thought he was supposed to be an underdog, but that fox seems awfully convenient. Seems to me Rock Lee and Sakura, two ninja that started with nothing, were more underdog than our supposed underdog.
The main reason this is also bad is because, again, Sakura is a main character, so it's much easier to compare her to Naruto, Sasuke, and Kakashi than it is to compare her to Naruto's supporting cast.
If Sakura doesn't quite measure up to what you want to expect from a main character, can she really be called a main character? Pause the video and contemplate the question for a bit. It just seems arbitrary and backward to me when people call her a main character and then expect of her what they expect from a main character. Here's an idea. Read the story, and then determine whether Sakura was a main character or not. To me, she always seemed a lower tier main character, or glorified side character. Naruto's the star. The manga is named after him after all. Sasuke was also a big player. The two big fights that conclude parts 1 and 2, for example, were between Naruto and Sasuke. Sakura and Kakashi not terribly involved in neither fights. For what it's worth, Sakura doesn't even get the chapter where she is introduced named after her. She's introduced in chapter 3, which is named Sasuke Uchiha, as opposed to Sasuke Uchiha and Sakura Haruno. Naruto got chapter 1 named after him. Sasuke got chapter 3, and Kakashi got chapter 4. Sakura a main character? I'm not too sure.
Despite how nice he was to her, she had the nerve to lie to him, make him think that she was in love with him, risk crushing his heart just so that he wouldn't get mad at her and try to stop her from killing Sasuke.
Naruto was deliberately putting himself in harm's way so that he could retrieve Sasuke, all the while Sasuke was up to no good. And, Shikamaru warned, risked igniting war. The alternative to breaking Naruto's heart was a dead or badly hurt Naruto, and battlefields littered with corpses. Given these risks, I say to hell with a broken heart. Naruto will get over it. Sasuke's got to be stopped one way or another. Sakura was right to at least try, albeit a terrible try, to get Naruto to stop his chasing Sasuke. Sorry, Sakura. It's fate or prophecy or something that these two chase each other down and fight or whatever. Now, in the interest of fairness, I don't completely disagree with Swagkage's video. Portions of his video I found agreeable, or at least understandable. Sakura does at times try way too hard. She makes mistakes. Not everything she tries her hand at is a success. Not a completely bad thing. I feel these flaws humanize her. I can point you to characters I love, not so much because of how amazing they are in what they do, but rather more because of how human they are. Regardless, the criticisms are warranted, and I will not try to defend Sakura on some of these things. For example, sometimes she is too eager to fight when she should be standing back and tending to injuries as needed. Her training was in healing, not fighting, and she shouldn't be so preoccupied with catching up to two other ninja who were given so much that granted them clear and obvious advantages. In pointing out her faults, however, I will also not neglect to mention her successes, the lives she saved, the enemies she helped vanquish, the extent to which she had improved herself, and I will most definitely try my best not to get her character wrong. I want to paint a complete picture, not a partial one.
While Naruto learns the summoning jutsu along with how to tap into the chakra of the nine-tailed fox, both of which he later uses to nearly by himself, Suigetsu, Jugo, and even Karin show themselves to be useful, as they help Sasuke locate Itachi and later kicks Madara in half. Might Guy opens the 8th gate and goes toe-to-toe with Madara.
I get that some people really like fighting and combat ability, and I do too to an extent. But if there's one thing I care more about than just fights or power levels, it's the characters involved in them. I want to appreciate a character for their character, more so than their powers, or how big of an explosion they can make. When Zabuza took the headband from Naruto, I was more impressed by Naruto charging at him, not to fight him, but rather to take his headband back. The headband was important to Naruto. How could it not be? He struggled and worked hard to earn it from his beloved sensei, Iruka. This tells me more about Naruto as a character than the fox conveniently bailing him out of tough situations after a power-up. In the same arc, rather than the size of Zabuza's blade or Haku's mirrors or mask, I was more impacted by the relationship Zabuza and Haku had and the bittersweet ending to it all. Sasuke's defection from the village told me a lot more about Sasuke than the power-up he got from Orochimaru, in large part because of the character underneath, of a frustrated young man wanting to avenge his clan but lacking the power to do so, and becoming desperate enough to seek out shadier and more sinister sources. Without that aspect to Sasuke's character, this new look would be a lot of style, very little substance. Naruto retrieving his headband, the sorrowful end to Zabuza and Haku, a frustrated Sasuke turning on his village, it's these character moments that matter more to me than the power from some markings on Sasuke's body, or the number of tails sticking out of Naruto's ass. Despite how pathetic and ineffectual of a fighter she may have been, what mattered more to me was Sakura's character shining through. A character so strong and devoted to her comrades, she was willing to give away what little she had left. Blade stabbing her body, a face covered in blood, Sakura was determined that if the Sound Ninja wanted to harm Lee, Sasuke, or Naruto, 3 people she held dear, they would have to kill her first. What was it Kakashi once said to his team? I think Kakashi would be very, very proud of her. Thank you very much for watching these humble videos of mine. I feel I've said enough regarding Swagkage's video with what I've uploaded so far. So what comes next? I don't know. I talk to people? See if I can't change some minds, and thanks to my videos, I will have to type less and will be able to show more to support my arguments. Maybe I'll make other videos addressing other points brought up against Sakura. And please, don't hesitate to use these videos as well. Show them to people if you feel the need to. You would have my gratitude. Hell, I'll let you recreate one of my videos, I don't mind. Just let me know before you do so. At the end of the day, I just want to slow down the unfair anti-Sakura hate train that has been rolling for far too long.